Hi there, it's Annie, and I'd like to tell you a story today that I wrote. It's called The Dog in My Dream, and this is a true story. And it's the story of how Stryder, who you have seen many pictures of, I'm sure, has come to be a part of my life. In my effort to fit in, I rarely mention how sometimes I meet people first in my dreams. Eventually, I will meet them in my waking hours. To some, this may seem odd, but I've really been like this all my life. And in some situations, this ability comes in handy. I wake up from these dreams remembering so many details, the color of their eyes and how tall they were. I can describe them quite well. It's often a short glimpse, but I remember outstanding characteristics also: brown dress shoes or bleached blonde hair. It may take a day or a week to eventually meet my dream acquaintances, but with these vivid dreams, I'm on the lookout, as if waiting for something really special that's coming in the mail. I look past the lace curtains into the backyard in the early morning. Look, there's a little pony in the backyard, I say to my friend who has joined me for morning coffee. I sit at my claw-legged antique table and we gaze at this creature. My friend stands up and goes outside to investigate. It is only then that this four-legged animal comes up to the window to peer inside. His nose is against the glass. I gasp. It's not a pony, but a very large dog. The face of this dog burns into my memory. He is scraggly with such wise, deep eyes. He looks directly at me through the window. Multicolored gray and brown fur swirls to cover a lean yet very large body. In my dream, I have the impression of a hungry one who is standing out in the cold, longing to be invited in where it is safe and warm. This dream was so vivid that I closed my eyes and I could still see his face. 2 weeks later, I was scrolling through Facebook. Looking for a home, the photo caption said. A kind woman named Jenny found a stray dog in the canyons. When Jenny tracked down the owners, they scoffed. We don't want him. You can have him. Jenny knew that this dog had seen some very rough times. Another Facebook dog lover then shared Jenny's request. When it turned up on my newsfeed, I gasped. The photo was the dog in my dream. He was thin, and yet his scruffy, courageous look was very familiar. I knew this was my dog. I immediately wrote and described my living situation. I can offer a loving home, I said. Nothing fancy, but a fenced-in yard for a home owned by a woman whose children have grown. I live in the desert. It's very hot here in the summer, I continued. My dog will live inside. They responded with yes. They said yes. I was delighted. Diane and Vicky brought him to my house on a Saturday. We were all nervous. Jenny said he was not aggressive, but he did not like cats. She did not let him near her small dogs. No one knew what to expect. When he arrived, he was too terrified to enter the house. Fear dominated his huge body. He didn't bark. He just sat down, frozen. I now had a massive dog that did not know what his new life was about. I named him Stryder. The first night we slept in the living room because the hallways horrified him. He moved to a new spot every 15 minutes. We will work on this together, I told him. I too was afraid, not knowing what was ahead, but I did know this was my dog. Stryder had come to me in a dream. I knew that we were meant to be together. It will take a village to raise this dog, Diane and Vicky said. He has had a very tough life. These two gals who brought Stryder to my home lovingly created a fund at the local vet. They generously put money that needed to be pulled. They generously put money into this fund to cover all his shots, his neutering, a cracked tooth that needed to be pulled, and a complete checkup. Everything a big dog needs. Vicky stopped by in her hatchback car to drive us to the first appointment. My foot was in a therapeutic boot, awaiting potential surgery. She and I lifted 83 pounds of dog into the car. When we got to the vet's office, 3 of us pushed this fear-frozen body across the floor to an open exam room. I revisited my dream about Stryder many times. I needed this dream to quiet my tears and my fears. Meeting Stryder in my dream let me know without a doubt that he was my dog. When he jumped directly onto the dining room table. He was agile as a goat. Now I was the one to freeze. What do I do? Why did I ever think I could raise this dog? There was a lot of work to be done. I remember a friend told me I was courageous to adopt a very big 3-year-old dog. I felt better somehow, knowing this wasn't supposed to be an easy task. The miracles continued. I enrolled us in a dog training class. Hi, Stryder. Get down. I'm telling a story about you. It was as much for me as to learn as it was for Stryder. I was learning dog and caring for a big dog that was afraid of everything it seemed. He didn't want to stay alone. If I had to go out, precious friends would come to be with Stryder so I could run to the store or the post office. Hi, baby. I'm telling a story about you. Want to see? Yeah. I'm telling a story about you. Yep. I'm recording it. Yep. He didn't want to stay alone. If I had to go out, precious friends would come to be with Stryder so I could run to the store or post office. He would stand at the door and cry for me. It was a mournful howl. What did you do then? I asked one dear one. She smiled and she said, I sang to him. The dog in my dream became the dog in my life. He brings wonderful companionship. He brings learning and laughter, and he brings us a chance to grow together and form new relationships and friendships with both people and dogs. Stryder is now a 95-pound gift I would have missed had it not been for that dream. I hope you enjoyed my story. It's true. And Stryder is that dog in my dream.